Hi, everyone. This is Cheron, the chosen, and this is something new. I like to talk a little bit about my time down in like the apartment, the DNS, while I was with a narc. Um, this narc, he never really like. I've been with him for 6 years. It would have been 6 years, right? So me and him being together, I wasn't really like into him because like he's a truck driver, whatever. So he'd go away and come back, go away and come back. So um, gone for a week at a time, sometimes 10 days, whatever. So it was really like we were like living together, so I wouldn't miss him, right? And because I wasn't really looking for no big time relationship, I was like, okay, fine, run with that. Anyway, so while being with him, well, hindsight right now is like 100, right? But at the time, while being with him, we take like vacations and stuff like that, like really petty vacations. Like really, I could go myself, but okay, fine, I went with him because first I must say that I had relationships in my time. I had relationships with, I should say, people more of of my from my culture or whatever, and with the experiences and being with somebody my age and all kinds of stuff, it just like they were like adult enough where they weren't like mature enough. They'd be gone and you'd be like, where you going? Oh, I soon come. Anybody that knows those words or know what I'm talking about would know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So I decided I don't really want to be doing these things anymore like that. So I try to choose somebody else, like figure a little older, not going to be running around the streets or so on and so forth. But it turned out to be like practically the worst thing I've ever done. So, anyways, being with him was like this. Like, looking back, hindsight is like, he was very petty, and like a lack of wisdom, just a lot. Something about him was very petty. Like so petty as to be like, okay, he would purchase this. Let's just per se a pack of coffee, okay, to be brewed. So you put the coffee on and start to brew it, right? And when before it can seep out and blend in to become like the whole pot of coffee, he would get up and pour out the beginning sap, like the whole hard um, concentrated coffee into his cup. So by the time the water would come down and make a cup of make the kettle of coffee, it would be so weak because all of the strength of it was gone in one cup. Or 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 you'd buy something for like the babies, and you'd give the babies like some donuts, and in between the babies like picking at it, then you see this adult male come over and start picking and eating at it and say, what? Like, I want some too. Like, always have to get some of something, and oh my God, look at him. Oh yeah, look at what he's got, and always like when now I look back at everything, it's like, oh, my first wife, she was a this and that, she did this and that, and like, well, yeah. And then my second wife, she did this and that. All the while you're innocent, you're the innocent one that hasn't done anything at all. Anyways, just enough of that crap. Like, I'm just like, for me, it's like that was the best New Year's resolution I could have gave myself, dropping that dead weight, right? All right. So while I was down there in, like, they could call it like the dark night of the soul, the DNS, people gang stalking, I got like, you could say I don't want to be like over exaggerative, but you could say that I received from the 914 area code, I must say, I received over maybe 300 calls while I was there. I was sitting in the house. So basically, it's like this. I'm in the house and I'm getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 calls a day talking like ridiculous things that things that are like, anyways, just pure ridiculous things. So I'd get calls every day for months. I have hundreds of calls that I have put, hundreds of numbers that I have recorded from the 914 area code. And so they were calling. So after I was like, I'll getting all these calls. Okay, that was one thing. Okay, fine. Then while I was looking for an apartment, then I received this call after I was like, oh, wow, I'm defeated. I didn't get one. Oh, okay. Then I got this call. Do you want an apartment? I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. I was calling around for one. Give me the address, blah, blah, blah. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Give me the address, 11417 Avenue Hebert. So I got up and I went there. Okay, while in the apartment, I found that there was a little, like a little, do I have it around here? Like a little camera, like you would get from like, or not even a camera. It would look like, oh, some kind of security system that was on the door. So I would ask the, we'll just say, what should we call him now? The narc. The narc number 3, I'll call him. That's the one I left. I won't even call him an ex because he doesn't deserve to be called my ex. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so I was in there and I said to narc number 3, I said, narc, what's that on the door? The narc says, oh, it's nothing. It's the people. They left it there from before. It must have been a security camera. What's not? So I was like, okay, it's a security camera, but why would the people that lived here before want to secure me? Anyway, so after a while, I left it there for a minute because I don't want to destroy the landlord's whatever he put there, right? But then one day, what should I say? A spiritual person said something towards they can see in your home. I said, what? So I started to, I blocked up like by the window, and I was like, okay, because it had big patio windows. So I was like, okay, I took my mirror, my long mirror, and put it in the window. Okay. So then after a spiritual person said again, I can see in your house. I was like, okay, like something's wrong. So after a while, I was sitting down debating, because I love to dance and listen to music. Like this drives me, man. Right? Along with Father God and the angels. I'm in love with the angels. My God. When I hear about God, hey, and what he done for me, what he done for me. I was suffering in that place. Okay? I was suffering, meaning I'm pregnant for so long, and the doctors didn't want to acknowledge it, so I filed a complaint. And when I filed the complaint, all hell broke loose. The only thing I got was gang stuff. I got that apartment. Anyways, after a while, I'm in the apartment, and I can't even remember where I left off from, but the angels and what they've done for me. So in that apartment so long, and I went to this doctor, I went to that one, I went here, I went there. I'm going to show you the pictures. I'll put it on. I'll put them out, my MRIs, right? Because it's still there. I'm going to show you because I'm on live. Like, you can see, still pregnant, still pregnant. You know, it's even if the baby's dead now, like I would like to get it out, you know what I mean? And save my uterus. Like, okay, fine, you made a mistake. You didn't acknowledge that the baby was there. But the thing is, when I filed a complaint, I didn't get with the complaints office and the ombudsman's office. I didn't get any response. What I got was a house, an apartment, and with little radiation in there, and also I found speakers all over the house. Speakers, audio, camera. It was amazing. You know, it was amazing. It was almost unbelievable. Anyways, before I found that, I found I took the recording device from the door, because God knows it must have been watching me naked, getting dressed in my bedroom. It must have been nothing, but I don't care. I'm telling you right now, I don't care. You know why? Because any woman, anybody look at in the world, they're going to see the same thing. It's just the perverts that misconstrue things and make it look like, oh, it's sexual. Listen, it's just a human being, a pregnant woman. God knows. Right? I don't know who would have enjoyed watching that, but whatever. So I took down the device, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, this thing looks like it's recording me. Anyway, I made it known. I made it known because I was sitting, the spiritual side of me was just roaring up, and I just was sitting in there, and the narc number 3 was there at the house, lying down in the bed, or on the bed, and I was sitting down at my computer on the high bar stool chair, and sitting at the computer, this same computer here, and or sitting at the edge of the bed. I can't remember, but I was sitting there in the room, and something said to me, get up and tell them that you did not agree to be on tape. Get up. And so I got up, and then I went to the door, because this is where the device was at, and let them understand that I did not agree to be taped or be squandered or pillaged, or people can be ecopraxic off of me, or use my persona, because they can't use my persona, man, because I can't change my persona right now. So it's like this, right? It's like this. Anybody, that was there contributing. Okay, anybody that was contributing to all that stuff that's going on down there, I'm sure God will give them what they need. So anyway, so after I did that, so in case anybody wants to tell the story, because I hear people trying to pick out the story and try to tell the story, so let me tell the story so they can pick from my story and go and tell it however they feel like after this, okay? Anyways, so after I came upon the camera, and I did that, then slowly I got to understand that there was more cameras in the house. Underneath the counter, there was cameras. There's cameras, I think, in the fan. You know why? Because I put the app on my phone, which, the apps are, they're supposed to be good, whatever. I put the app on my phone, and I searched the whole house. Now, it didn't go off all the time, but at certain points, it went off. I will share the video with you one of these days. So at a certain point, it did go off. It went off underneath the kitchen sink. I meant underneath the cupboard, over the counter, fan, over the door in the kitchen, the back door, in the bedroom. Listen, iPhone camera. everywhere it went off, along with the high metal and high radiation that went off, and hidden devices that went off while I was doing. So because of that, right? I was like, I waited till the narc number 3 came back, because it's like this. Sometimes I don't care where you're at. I don't call. I don't got time for that stuff. So it's like this. I waited till narc number 3 come by with his sorry ass self. And when narc number 3 come, I said to narc number 3, listen here. So there's radiation in the house. Radiation? I'm like, I remember the other day that your hair was all falling out. My hair was falling out. All at the front. I've been telling you. Falling out. My skin. You see my skin now? Is firm. I don't know why the camera's getting a little dim here. Let's try to get it light. You see my skin now is firm and everything like that. It was falling off. I was like this. My face was dragged down. I could not even believe, because I mean, I'm not tooting my horn, but I'm a nice person, man. And for for this narc number 3 to involve himself. hey, hey, hey. He will get his just desserts.
Grandma?
Right?
Can we have a drink? Can we have a drink? Can we have a drink? Can
Yes.
we have a drink?
He will get just dessert. So anyways, like I said, it's like, anyways, and this is a very long story. It'll be a very long video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch it over, and I'm going to continue with part 2. So part 2 will be coming up a little later, right? And we'll continue from there, because I've got to help out some kitties here. So I'll continue, and we'll finish up our talk.
Whoa! Holy.
Yeah, sorry. It's got dark all of a sudden. But we'll finish up our talk right afterwards. And I really do appreciate anybody that's watching this, and thank you so much. And this is The Chosen with something new. So God bless all, and
That's wrong.
love you. Bye.
And you got my drink. This zebra's for you, okay?